Welcome to Law in Action. We're jumping right into something that gives almost every Nigerian stress: the police stop and search. Look, knowing your rights in that moment isn't just nice, it's absolutely crucial. So, let's get straight to it.
This question. The famous question, Abby. I'm sure we've all been there or at least seen it happen. You're just minding your business, driving your car, and bam, you're getting flagged down. It's confusing, it's stressful, and you just want to know what's going on.
And let's be real, this is not just some small inconvenience or wahala. We all remember the energy from the #EndSARS protests. A huge part of that was about the constant harassment people faced on the roads. This is about your fundamental human rights. Knowing them is your power.
Okay, so let's get into the real gist. What does the law actually say should happen? And how is that different from what we often see on the street? You see, there's a very specific rule for every single police interaction.
Everything, and I mean everything, boils down to these two words: reasonable suspicion. The law, specifically the Police Act of 2020, is very clear. This is the only lawful reason an officer can stop and search you. It has to be based on actual facts or intelligence, not just a random vibe or the way you look. So let's make the difference crystal clear, sharp. If your car matches the description from a crime report, okay, that could be reasonable suspicion. But just because you have dreadlocks or tattoos or you're carrying a laptop and an iPhone, no way. That is not reasonable suspicion. That's unlawful profiling, plain and simple.
All right, so you understand the law. Now, what do you actually do when you're in that situation? Let's build you a practical checklist. Think of it as your personal toolkit for the road.
Now, I want you to burn this number into your brain. 37, Section 37 of the Nigerian Constitution. This is what guarantees your right to privacy, and that includes your personal space, your home, and yes, your phone and your laptop. This isn't a suggestion, my friend. It's your constitutional right.
And listen, this isn't just me talking. The courts have spoken loud and clear on this. A huge landmark case from the Federal High Court in Lagos settled it. So, when an officer demands to search your phone on the road without a warrant, they are going against a direct court ruling.
So what's the game plan? Step 1, and this is the most important: stay calm. Be respectful. Oh yeah? Next, you have the right to ask for the officer's identification. Know who you're talking to. Then, ask a very simple, direct question. Am I being detained? And finally, the big one. If they ask for your phone, you say calmly and clearly, "Officer, I do not consent to a search of my phone without a warrant."
And what you shouldn't do is just as important. Do not start arguing or try to run. That just makes things worse. Don't physically resist if they're searching your person or car. But, and this is key, do not unlock your phone or laptop. Do not hand over any cash. And if you feel safe enough to do it, record the interaction.
Okay, enough of the theory. Let's run a quick real-life scenario. How does all of this actually look when it's happening?
So picture this. You're stopped. You take a deep breath, you stay polite, you ask for the officer's name and number. Then he says it. "Oya, open your phone." You look him in the eye and you say calmly but firmly, "Officer, with all due respect, I cannot unlock my phone for a search without a warrant." That's it. You've stated your rights clearly without being aggressive.
So after all of this, if there's only one thing you remember today, what should it be? What's the main takeaway from all of this?
It's this simple idea right here. Respect is not the same thing as fear. You can be 100% respectful to an officer while also standing firmly on your rights. Know them, say them calmly, and you protect yourself. That, right there, is empowerment. Now, a very quick and important disclaimer. We're providing this information to help you understand your rights for educational purposes. This is not legal advice. Every situation can be different, so if you're in a specific jam, please talk to a qualified lawyer.
If this helped, I beg, like this video and follow our Law in Action Explainer series for more.